out. Oh, by the way, the poisons, I don't have any double dot. Let me restart this. What is going on YouTube? It's King Rigid or Jazz, and I got a Magsorc build for you guys that you're probably going to really enjoy using. So we're gonna go straight into the sets, guys. I'm using Infernal Staff of Ancient Grace, Destro and Resto for both of those. Right now we're using these poisons just because I don't have any double dots on my character, and as you guys can see, these ones are gonna be better than these ones. I mean, is it really though? I mean, there's only 50 of these. Anyway, we got the Engine Guardian, we got Crafty Elfique, and I'll explain my build and my thought process. You just gotta give me some time here, okay? So I got the Engine Guardian. You're gonna be running 2-piece Engine Guardian. You have 5-piece Crafty. You got the Necklace of Ancient Grace with the Magicka, Recovery Enchant, Arcane. Same thing with Death Dealer's feet, but you're gonna be running stamina. Now it came with a stamina, right? But I just kept it stamina just because, like, who doesn't like stamina recovery? And then we got more Magicka recovery. Now I am gonna be swapping my guy over to a vampire, and when I do swap my guy over to a vampire, instead of running my ancient grace staff, resto staff back bar, it will be a BP. Now, the reason why I run Engine Guardian, guys, is because I'm not running Ball of Lightning, and this thing really does soak up damage. I mean, it soaks up so much damage. I don't even know. I honestly don't even know what monster set to compare this to, because you just can't. I mean, you really can't go wrong with this monster set. There's nothing that I can think that is kind of shitty about it. I mean, I guess that if you streak too far away from it, then it will just kind of like not do what it's supposed to. But all in all, guys, especially like 1v2, 1v3 situations, people do nothing but hit your Engine Guardian. All you have to do is just learn how to kite it, bro. Let's see if we can get it to proc. Um, by the way, the rune cage is for the next build that I'm going to be talking about here, so give me a second. Right now we're using Boundless Storm. Let me see if I can. So you see my Engine Guardian proc, guys. The way that you're going to want to use this is you're just going to, when you're fighting someone, just keep your Engine Guardian in front of you like this. You're just going to kite behind it. And that whole time that you're, look at that. And it just popped up again. Look at, you see this? And it's just giving me health just in case somebody knocks me over or whatever, you know what I'm saying? It's just a really good monster helm to have. There's just nothing. It sucks up so much damage. Some people could argue that Choons is better. Some people could argue, you know, is better. But let me tell you something, bro. Nothing offers you the type of resistance Engine Guardian does when someone toxic barrages your Engine Guardian. It's just, I mean, that's just that simple. You know, that's 100% damage reduction on a toxic barrage most of the time, on snipe most of the time. And a lot of times when I find myself running solo and I'm getting sniped, Engine Guardian is a lifesaver, bro. It makes it to where I don't have to sit here and press the streak button to get super far away from people who are sniping me. I literally just have to sit behind my Engine Guardian. And you can swap your Engine Guardian either way you want to, right? So let's say I'm fighting people up here. Let me see if I can get my Engine Guardian to proc. So my Engine Guardian proc. I'm fighting people up here. If people are behind me and I need to fight them, I can swap my Engine Guardian, guys, and then my Engine Guardian is on that side now. Same thing for over here. If I'm getting targeted from over here, I can do the same thing. And my Engine Guardian will proc back up, and I can turn them back. Or are they coming from the water? So if they're coming from the water, then I'll get behind my Engine Guardian like this. And as long as you keep your Engine Guardian in front of you at all times, you're basically unhittable, dude. You ever like fight a Sorc with a pet, and the Sorc is really good at just staying behind the pet? That's basically what Engine Guardian does, but Engine Guardian soaks up so much damage and it gives you so many resources, it would be stupid not to use it. You know what I mean? But there is a drawback, and we're going to get into that. So, the drawback is streak. So, I have my streak on my back bar. And the reason why I have my streak on my back bar is just because I like to use it as a way to escape, as long like with a damage. You can still use it for damage. Let me kind of show you guys what I mean by that. When I get hit, like let's say someone were to come up and Dawnbreaker me right now, I get up off the floor, I'm gonna hit this, I'm gonna do this, you know what I mean? And then I'm gonna go that way and I can continue my shield stacking order. Personally, I like to, whenever you guys get hit by something, I suggest hitting your healing ward into a roll with a hardened ward, because that's your biggest shield, and then if you want to, you can top it off like that, right? And then just stay behind your Engine Guardian, bro. It's so OP. But the thing about that is that this is your CC. And that's why using the root poisons are kind of like pretty good. So you can have a root, right? So with your streak being on back bar, you can still use it. You can still hit someone with an overload streak into them, but just know that you're gonna have to swap weapons again, and then you're gonna have to turn around and continue it, right? So if we were to go like this, we would have to turn and do it again. As you could see, my camera was turned, but even though my camera was turned, my character was not. And he shot it behind me. So, I mean, shit like that happens all the time, especially when it's really laggy out in Cyrodiil. It gets really bad. So that's really the only downfall with running the Engine Guardian, and the reason why I say that is because I personally don't believe that you have any more flex spots. Now, I know that you guys are looking at my degen. My degen is my spammable, guys. I don't run any other damage, spammable, whatever. Then I got Mage's Wrath, Crystal Fragments, Haunting Curse, Boundless Storm, and Power Overload. I like degen. It's cheap, it's fast, it puts a fat dot, and when you put this with double dot poisons, the dots really do add up on people. You'll find people who are at low health who just can't heal through the dots, or it'll be too laggy for them to heal through the dots, through the double dot and the degen at the same time. And by the time they can get a heal off, you know, Haunting Curse would pop. I would most of the time be getting like turned around or whatever like that, or getting ready to shield up, and I'll just kind of see their health drop enough to where the Mage's Wrath procs. And once the Mage's Wrath procs, then normally they die. If they don't, just shoot another Mage's Wrath. I mean, they're gonna roll dodge 300 times more than likely, but as long as you keep the pressure up, they'll be out of stamina, so it's not a big deal. You do quite a bit of damage on this build. I mean, you're not a bomber by any means, but when I make a build, or I start running in a build, I make sure that the build is capable of doing everything that I need it to do. I don't like to focus on just damage or damage mitigation. Like, it has to be all over the place, so I know that I'm in a solid Mercedes and I don't really have to worry about swapping gear for different scenarios all of the time, right? So, but if there are a lot of snipers, I do suggest using Engine Guardian and learning how to kite behind it like a pro. So that is my build number 1, guys. But as you guys know, I'm basically, like, I love spinners. So what I'll do is the second build is going to be the Spinners Inferno Staff. I can't find my gold spinners. I actually think my gold spinners is in... The hell was that? Oh, Hunter Drake. Nice. Anyway, so I don't know where that spinners is, but we'll go ahead and do one of these. Let me see. I got my 5 pieces. So now we got 5 pieces of spinners on, guys. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is we're actually going to swap this over to Mighty Chudens. Now, I like this setup, guys, because check this out. You might like this too. We no longer need Boundless Storm. So we can swap Boundless Storm over to Rune Cage. We can swap Streak over to Ball of Lightning. Ball of Lightning is really good because once you hit Ball of Lightning, everything gets sucked into the Ball of Lightning. It's kind of like Engine Guardian, maybe a little. It is better for like other spellcasters. Is it better than Engine Guardian when it comes to snipe? No, I wouldn't say that, but it does remove all the negative effects and stuff like that on you when it comes to hindering your movement, which is nice. Yeah, so that's pretty good. And another thing that you could do too, if you didn't want to run Rune Cage and you still wanted to run Streak in 1v1 situations, guys, having this on a Magsorc, having your Daedric Mines on a Magsorc is fucking great, dude. Like, it's phenomenal. It's really good to have this as an extra burst, especially when you don't really run as spammable. You don't have to worry about using up all your magicka. They'll stay around for a long time, and they have to jump around them because if they don't, they're gonna get fucked up, dude. Like that's just how it is. But yeah, I mean power overload, back bar, harden ward, healing ward, dampen magic, streak, or ball of lightning, depending on whatever build that you do. Like this build right here, it would be ball of lightning. Dark conversion, temporal guard. Now let me remind you guys that all the stats that you guys are seeing here is going to increase by about 3k. So even with the spinners, you're going to be sitting around 45k magicka. By the way, we are running Sugar Skulls with the Atro. You can also use the Max Magicka, the Mage Mundus Stone for um, more shields, more whatever. Let's go ahead and pop a Tri-Stat here. We'll go look at the Tri-Stat. So if you guys look, our Magicka recovery is pretty good at 2,400. Stamina recovery is at 1,200. Like I said, the maximum Magicka, maximum health would actually get up to about 28, 27k. So that's really good. Maximum stamina is at 17k. I know that there's other Sorcs out there who like to run a lot more stamina than that because roll dodge is a thing for them. But I have Engine Guardian, so I don't really have to roll dodge like that. Um, that's just not really, I don't, you know what I mean? So we're going to go ahead and get into the CP here. One thing that I do want to note is that so I got the Master Gather and all this other stuff. It doesn't really matter because I mean, I guess it does kind of matter, but I don't really pay attention to it much. One thing that I do want to point out is Gifted Rider, guys. Check this out. For some reason, this happens to some people, and it happened to my Stamcrow, but if you put War Mount with Gifted Rider, your mount will not go fast. It just goes normal speed, and then it doesn't use stamina while you're not in combat. So I think it's bugged out. It happened to my other tune. So once I swapped it, though, everything went back to normal. As for this, we got Master at Arm, Deadly Aim, Duelist Rebuff, Arcane Supremacy. I'm not running anything into Resilience just because I'm in Impen anyway. We got Bastion. This one, I'm not even going to attempt to read that one. Arcane, I don't know that other one. So, while under the effects of a damage shield, your dodge roll costs 160 less stamina per stage, 800 in total. That's good. That's how I get my roll dodges, just because I always have a shield on anyway. Juggernaut and Rejuvenation, you can't go wrong. It's a pretty solid setup here. The rest of my points that I have, to be honest with you, I forget to even like put them. I got 7, 10 there. You know what I mean? So I'm not really worried too much about it. But if you wanted to, you could go through and just throw some stuff in. I don't really notice like that big of a difference. I don't really think that once you get past a certain level of CP, the differences are so minuscule that it doesn't even really matter. Because I mean, there's really nothing that you can put points into right now that you don't have to equip. Okay. Well, I guess you don't have to equip that, which is cool. Sorry, this is like really the first time that I'm even... Yeah, so I mean, there's like one. I've never even tried that. Increase yours. What? That's stupid. Okay, so I guess there's like two things that you can do, which I think that this one might be decent, but I don't think it's really gonna be like noticeable. I mean, it's 50 points. to get the full benefit out of that. Oh, hold up. I think that's 5. So 10% is definitely noticeable, right? So if you had 50 here, but then you'd have to, yeah, I don't know. It's up. I guess it doesn't really matter. If you got the CP, obviously I would just throw it in there. But you know how it is. So that's my CP. I'm happy that I got it right this time. I don't have to redo the video. Like I said, guys, this is how I run my build. So if you guys don't like it, or you guys don't like the other builds, if you have any suggestions or anything like that, or you know what I'm saying, then feel free to comment on the video and let me know your guys' thoughts. And yeah, like I said, guys, I'm all about the all around and fighting multiple people at once. And these are the best builds that I could find to do what I needed them to do. Um, I tried to use other sets, like defensive sets, but then I found myself not doing any damage, especially with not having a spammable. So it it just, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to push out some damage to kill somebody, and if I'm using a defensive set with a dot for a spammable, I'm not really gonna be pushing out too much damage. You know what I mean? But anyway, I hope you guys liked the build video, and thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.